Welcome to Onslow County today. I'm your host, Lisa Whitman-Grice, and you can see that we are still out on our summer tour of Onslow County. We are here at the Onslow County Pines Park, and we are visiting this beautiful Trillium site where we have got our inclusion park. Now today we're going to be talking with some wonderful guests. We'll be talking with Dawn Stallings from Onslow County 4-H. We'll also speak with Virginia March with the Onslow County Public Library. Certainly we're going to talk with Anna Stanley about Onslow County Pines and about the park and recreation programs, including all their super fun summer events. And finally, we have a very special feature about foster families in Onslow County. We are so glad that you are joining us as we explore Onslow County today and every day. Welcome back to Onslow County today, and joining me now is Anna Stanley with Onslow County Park and Recreation. Anna, thanks for letting us come to your house today.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to have you.
Tell us a little bit about where we are and what we're looking at as we kind of walk through and stroll here.
Okay. We are at Onslow Pines Park. This is kind of our main hub of where we do our large events and so forth. But what we're walking through right now is our all-inclusive playground, which is only one of two in the entire county.
You know, I got here a little bit early before production and was looking it around. This is an incredible facility. I mean, it's beautiful, it fits in the atmosphere, and also, as you said, it's inclusive, so very, very accessible for all of your patrons.
It is, and it's just such a great thing to be able to offer.
Now, you said that this is your hub, this is kind of Park and Rec Central, and this is where you have your big event. So, of course, we want to talk about your biggest, coolest, loudest event. Tell us what's going on July 4th.
Well, it's our 35th annual, 35, can you believe it?
That's awesome.
35th annual Freedom Festival, so on July 4th.
Okay, so that's the big 4th of July celebration. What kind of things can your visitors expect to see that day?
Well, we kick off at 2 o'clock. The gates open at 2.
Okay.
And we have food vendors, all kinds of good treats, and we have arts and craft vendors, commercial vendors. Businesses come out here to, display their services and so forth. And then, of course, we have entertainment all day long, starting at 2:30.
All right.
Right up till 9 o'clock to the fireworks and children's activities. Just a fun full day.
So when you say entertainment, you guys have a lot of bands that you put on as well?
Yeah, so we have two stages.
Okay.
So our secondary stage actually starts at 2:30 and will run till 8:30, and then our main stage starts at 5 and runs till 9, and that's Jim Quick and the Coastline.
Cool. Now, lots of food vendors, but people are welcome to bring picnics as well.
Oh yes, we encourage that. So
Okay.
There's plenty of shade over there in the festival area. So, and that's where the second stage is in the shade.
So this is where that's the prime
place to
spot.
be,
That's
yeah.
the prime spot. And when people bring picnics, are your grills open on
Yes.
that day? Okay, so they can grill, abide by all the safety regulations.
Correct.
Okay. Now, what can't they bring? What do you recommend or dissuade or discourage people to bring when they're bringing their picnic baskets?
For this event only, we ask for no pets.
Okay, no pets.
Because of the fireworks.
Okay, obviously no alcohol.
No firearms.
No firearms.
No glass.
And no personal fireworks.
Yes, no
Okay.
sparklers.
Okay, no personal fireworks or sparklers of any kind. Certainly no alcohol, no pets for this event, and then
Glass container, no glass
containers. Okay, but everything else, and of course, wear all your red, white, and blue.
Of course.
Now, as I came in this morning, obviously there's a lot of construction going on 53. So also, can we share with the viewers the best in the way that you would recommend that they come in to park and what they need to do with regard to parking that afternoon?
Okay. Well, the key is to arrive early.
Okay.
All right, arrive early. So the gates open up at 2 p.m. So the best route to come is through Highway 17 onto 53.
Okay.
So we will start parking down here at the park, and we have parking lots going all the way up to Harley-Davidson.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so and then also we will have, starting at 5 p.m., we will have a free shuttle from Harley-Davidson all the way back here to the park.
All right, so shuttle service, parking up and down essentially Onslow Pines Road at different locations. Yes. Arrive early. And then what about the far end at the 53 Gould Road Inn as we get close to fireworks time?
Oh, at 7 p.m. is usually about the time that we actually close down 17 and 53. Okay. Just because you've got lots of patrons on the roads, and we want to keep everybody safe. So, yeah.
And as I recall, you're right. Lots of people don't take the shuttle, but rather they walk. They walk up, down the road. So we want to be mindful of that as well.
And just everybody to just be patient with us. Drive slow and just be safe.
And make this the best 242nd birthday America could have, right?
Yes.
All right. So you've got Freedom Festival, and then a little bit later on, it's time to travel to Polynesia. Tell us about Polyfest.
So this is the anticipated event of the summer as well. It's July 26th and 27th. It's our 5th annual Polynesian Festival. So it is a great event to be able to come out and just see dancers of different cultures, experience the music of different cultures, experience the food of the cultures. Yeah. I mean, it's just really great. And they end it on Saturday with the fire.
The fire dancers.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So awesome. Both Polyfest and Freedom Fest, we should remind our viewers, cost how much to attend?
It's free.
It's free, absolutely. So come in, get here early, and prepare to just have a great time.
Yeah. And I should emphasize, bring plenty of water. It's the heat. We want to keep everybody safe. We will have first aid stations on site, but just drink lots of water.
Drink lots of water, stay hydrated, follow the rules, but have a great time.
Yes.
Now, we also want to point out that you have this great playground equipment. You've got all kinds of super fields, tennis courts, hiking trails, all this awesome accessible equipment. And this is also a great venue for movies.
Yes.
So what movies have you got coming up this summer?
So actually coming up in July, we will have July 13th, we're going to be doing a showing of Moana. Yeah.
Everybody loves
Moana.
And
we're getting ready for the Polynesian Festival.
There
That's exactly what we're doing.
Off.
So we're actually going to be having some pre-movie activities. So we're going to have we'll have a session where you'll be able to come do some hot hula.
Hot hula, okay.
Yeah, and that'll be free. And then we'll have some themed Polynesian crafts that the kids can do too. So an hour before the movie. So it's 7:30 and the movie starts at 8:30.
That is fantastic. Anna, you've got a lot going on this summer. I know that you've got to get out of here because you've got to go take care of all your campers.
I know.
But let's remind our viewers before you leave us, how can they best find all of your information? What are the resources for finding out? And how can they learn more about everything that's going on at Onslow County Park and Rec this summer?
Well, of course, our website.
Okay.
It has all the flyers of the events that are coming up. And as we get closer, probably next week or so, we'll post all the details about Freedom Festival.
Okay.
And then, of course, Facebook.
Facebook, absolutely follow you guys on Facebook, or just give a call to your main office.
Yes.
Can you give us your main number?
Sure, it's 910-347-5332.
Anna Stanley, thank you, and thank you again for letting us come out and play
course.
Today.
All right, thank you.
Welcome to Onslow County Today, and now joining us is Dawn Stallings with Onslow County 4-H. Dawn, you are a brand new guest to Onslow County Today, but you're also brand new to Onslow County Cooperative Extension. And when we say brand new, we're talking 2 weeks.
We're talking just started June 1st. Yeah.
Well, congratulations and welcome. Welcome to our Onslow County family and our Onslow County Extension family.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Now, your official title is 4-H agent.
That's right. Yep.
And tell our audience what that means.
So as a 4-H agent, I am responsible for trying to recruit 4-Hers, right? As well as those volunteers that will sort of run clubs and that type of thing. So, and just making sure that we're linking 4-Hers and youth programs to the community, to things that are available to them on a district level, on a state level. So there's a lot involved as an agent, but I'm lucky to also have a 4-H program assistant, John Osborne, who's been a tremendous help with me
Okay.
in this new role.
Very good. Well, you know, 4-H, and our viewers know 4-H is something that we love to talk about. And we recently featured 4-H summer camp on the show, and you are in the throes of getting ready. Tell our viewers a little bit about what your 4-Hers will be doing this summer.
Wonderful. So we have 3 camps that we do. Our July camps, we have spaces available for 2 of those July camps. The week of July 16th is our So That's How They Did It camp, where it's a heritage skills type camp. Campers will be learning about sort of what their ancestors did and how they did things. So we have a lot of activities planned, guest speakers involved, as well as some really cool field trips as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
The following week, so July 23rd week, we will partner with Onslow County Museum, where we do the Wetland Wonders as well. So.
And we're going to be doing that down at the Environmental Education Center in Sneads Ferry.
That's right.
And this is our 5th year, which is hard to believe we've been doing that.
That's awesome.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. As a 4-H agent, you're going to be working with youth all over the county. And one of the things that we've been learning more about is how 4-H is kind of evolving. You know, 50 years ago when I was a 4-Her, it was about kind of those traditional ag-related rural life. But 4-H has changed a lot.
It has, and it is. And as a new agent, what I'd like to see is to keep the traditional, because I think that's important as to where we come from, but also you're right, it has changed and it is changing, and so a lot of it now is in regards to science, right? So STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, as well as healthy living. Ag, of course, is still very important. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that, like I said, as a new agent that I have planned. Right now, it's sort of just getting into camps and things like that, and seeing and planning and recruiting some of those volunteers, reaching out to the community and seeing what ideas that they have. I'm hoping that volunteers that are interested will come and have some of their own ideas that we can implement as well. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And of course, you're wearing your awesome clover leaf. So your kids will be teaching you your 4-H pledge, I'm sure.
Absolutely, right?
And they're the best teachers ever.
Absolutely,
so,
I'm excited. Yes.
Well, Dawn, let's let our viewers know, and of course, living here in Eastern North Carolina, we would miss this sound if we didn't hear it. This is what makes this home, right?
I scheduled that to happen. Yeah.
That's awesome. But you know what? That is really, it's so much a part of who we are here in Onslow County. And our kids grow up hearing that sound. And so we're very happy to have him fly by. So one more time, let's let folks know, Dawn, how they can find out more about 4-H, how they can contact your office. As you said, you still have some openings for camps.
Absolutely.
And that they can contact you and find out more about that. Yep.
The best way is to log on to our website, which is onslow.ces.ncsu.edu, or you can just Google Onslow County Extension and then click on the 4-H Summer Camps tab. We also have, in regards to just Extension itself, we also have some events that scroll across our webpage, and so I would encourage people, because of the summer, there's lots of activities that are happening there as well, to log on and check them all out.
Well, 4-H is a great foundation for kids, and I know that you're going to do an awesome job and have a great time with them. And welcome again to Onslow County.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today, and joining us now is Onslow County Public Library's Director, Virginia March. Virginia, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Lisa.
So we're out and about today, as you can see, and so we are glad that you would join us out here at Onslow Pines Park. And you know what, Virginia? I have been looking and looking and looking at your website and all the cool stuff that you have. I'm glad you were able to take this little bit of time to come out, because you all are rocking.
That's right. This summer we are rocking with our Libraries Rock summer reading program.
So tell us what that means.
That is a way to tie in all of our different programs to encourage children from birth to teens to adults to keep reading for the summer. And let's just take an extra effort this summer and hopefully reach our goal. Our goal for our children is over 15,000 hours.
Oh my gosh.
And
awesome.
If we reach that goal, the library staff is going to do a music video.
Oh,
So
oh,
get out there
please
and
reach
read.
reach that goal. I have to see, that is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So, and it's already, it's kicking off this week at all of your branches.
Right.
Everything's kicking off. And when I left Richlands this morning, they were setting up everything. I know Sneed's Ferry, I guess, kicked off last
Yesterday,
night.
yeah.
So this is a hopping time, a rocking time. And not only are you doing that, but you have got some awesome programs where you all are getting out and about. You're not staying, keeping things in the libraries either. Talk about what the big things are.
One of our big things
Literally.
is Watson the Whale.
Okay.
Watson the Whale is from University of North Carolina, Wilmington, and it is a 58-foot North Atlantic right whale.
Okay.
And this 58-foot, it's life-size,
Okay.
is an inflatable whale that's 10 foot high and 15 feet wide, and people get to come into Watson and learn about not only Watson, who's an endangered species, but also what's called ghost nets. Mm-hmm. Ghost nets are these nets that, for whatever reason, disconnect from their boat, or the fishermen throw them out and lose them, and they continually catch things.
Right, okay.
But because no one's tending to them, it's endangering these species and lots of other mammals. So participants will be able to come into Watson, learn about these ghost nets, and they can learn about ways that they can prevent these problems. And besides going into Watson, we're going to have Activity Center, and Solid Waste is going to come out, and Lisa Ryder is going to tell us about recycling and what we can do on land to prevent problems in our oceans.
Fantastic. Now, we mentioned the size of Watson, and he's so enormous that I know that you all talked all winter about where could Watson be, and you found the perfect location.
That's right. We are going to have it at the Onslow County Government Center.
Okay.
And that is going to be on July 18th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
And it is great for all ages, and it's also handicap accessible.
Very good.
So we're looking forward to having our huge whale. You can call me Ishmael, and let's just all pretend that we're Moby Dick.
There we go.
And everyone can visit, so it's a family event. And once again, highlighting our Onslow County Government Center, which is a fabulous resource here in our county.
It is a beautiful spot, and it's big enough to accommodate a whale.
A whale.
Now, not only will you have a whale of a time there, but then you're planning a magical time at that same location.
Yes. Rockstar Magic.
Okay.
They are one of our key programs, family programs this summer, and I believe this is the third year we're having Chris and Neil, and they are just so well received that we've outgrown our locations.
Right, right.
And rather than have it at our Jacksonville branch or our Richlands branch, we are going to have them perform twice at the Onslow County Government Center. And that is going to be on July 26th at 2 p.m. and 6:30 p.m.
All right. Rockstar Magic, I've seen them several times. They are fantastic. I mean, it is, I don't know, it just kind of takes your breath away, and they are fantastic. They're really enjoyable for everybody, all ages.
Exactly. Last year I got to experience them for the first time, and I was amazed. But if people can't make it to the Government Center on that 26th, they can come to Sneed's Ferry on the 27th at 10 a.m. or go to the Swansboro Town Hall, because we've outgrown the Swansboro Branch Library for them, and they can come there at 2 p.m. on the 27th.
Again, Swansboro Town Hall, another really great venue for
Yes.
this type of performances.
Yes.
Now, anything else? What else is going on this summer with you all?
We are doing, as part of our Libraries Rocks, we are doing a summer concert series. We're going to have Onslow Jazz Ensemble.
Okay, all right, they're great.
And they are going to be performing at Sneed's Ferry Library, and they're also going to be performing at the Richlands Library.
Okay.
And they'll be at the Sneed's Ferry Library on the 13th of July, and that is at 6:30 p.m., and then Richlands on the 14th at 1 p.m.
Fantastic.
So the jazz ensemble is great for people of all ages. And then we're a really big treat on the 20th of July at the main library. We are going to have the 2nd Marine Division Jazz Band.
Oh, awesome.
And weather permitting, we're going to be outside with them, so people can bring their blankets, they can bring their chairs, they can bring a little bit to eat, and it's a wonderful family event, 6:30 that night on the 20th of July.
Years ago, before you all had a little bit of an addition, they used to do concerts under the carport. And you have far, far outgrown concerts under the carport.
Yeah.
And now you have the 2nd Marine Division Band.
Yes.
So that's going to be fantastic. And fill that whole neighborhood with
Right.
sound.
Yeah.
Now, anything else you've got going on? You've got reading time. You've got libraries rock. You've got a whale.
We've got a whale.
You've got the 2nd Marine Division Band. You've got Rockstar Magic. I mean, I don't know that you can fill anything else in, but you guys also have a great core of volunteers.
Absolutely.
And with summertime here, I'm sure that there's some high schoolers out there looking for some things to do, and I'm sure you all are looking for some help.
Absolutely. Our teen volunteers, if we did not have our teen volunteers, we could not do half the things that we're doing, because they help with all of our summer reading events, whether it be registering people, cutting out things, tending to a activity center, and one special thing that our teens have organized at our main library is tutor time.
All right.
They saw a need within the community, and they are providing for 2nd grade through 5th grade. They are providing free tutoring.
That's remarkable.
And that's Mondays at 2 p.m. And it'll start the 9th of July, go through the 13th of August, every Monday at 2. We do ask the people call to register because we want to make sure that we have enough teens to help these students. Because sometimes things don't always, we don't always keep up with our academics during the summer.
Right. We don't want to have that little bit of a gap time,
Right.
as they say.
Yeah, so we want to make sure we can help these kids start back to school with some success.
Fantastic. Well, Virginia, again, people are so fortunate because we do have libraries in all of our communities. Yes. You've got your 4 branches, but you also have a fantastic social media presence and a wonderful website. How can folks reach you? What are the different ways that they can find out about everything that you've got going on?
Everything that we have going on. One, of course, is our website, like you mentioned. That's onslowcountync.gov/library.
There you go.
So if they go there and there's a link to our events page, and that will show them. And it's also our newsletters on there too. Then we're also on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, so they can follow us at whatever location that they feel best with. And of course, I can always call 910-455-7350. That's the main library, and you can call the main library, and we can transfer you to any of our locations, and we'll get you the information that you need.
Well, fantastic. Perfect timing, because once again, the best part about living in Onslow County is that we get to see these cool flying machines. So, Virginia, thank you as always. Thank you for coming out. And I know you've got to get back because it is time for you to rock.
That's right. Thank you, Lisa.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today, and joining us now is a new guest to Onslow County Today. We have Markia Yule with Onslow County DSS. Markia, we're so glad you're here today.
Thank you.
We're going to be talking about something that is just near and dear to Onslow County Today. Through the years, we have featured our foster families and our foster family program through Onslow County DSS, and you have brought with you not one, not two, but 3 different guests today to talk about their experiences as foster families. Before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about you, because choosing this career path is a calling. And so share with us a little bit about you. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Okay.
So grew up here.
And then where did you go to school?
Went to school, graduated from Swansboro High School.
Okay, and then college?
Spent 2 years at Western Carolina and 2 years at UNC Pembroke.
Very good. And now you have been with Onslow County DSS how many years?
Almost 3 years.
And during your time, your tenure with DSS, what division have you worked with?
So I've only worked in the foster home licensing program.
Okay, the foster home licensing program, working very closely with folks who are pursuing a life as foster parents.
Yes.
Talk about being in that division and what that has meant to you during your career.
So for me, that's kind of where my heart and my passion is, being able to work with families who want to take on this responsibility. It is not an easy job. It is very difficult at times. It's a job that you're not going to get a lot of praise for. You know, you're going in and you're really trying to help families. Like foster care is families helping families. And so that's just really going through this journey with them and seeing them grow from being, you know, the bright-eyed, bushy, I want to save the world, into, okay, I'm here to help, I'm here to mentor, and to get these children back to their families. Seeing that process and that progression is just amazing to see.
Now, as you do that, as you go with them, and I love the way you put that, along this journey, what sort of support do you provide to those families?
So we meet with them monthly when they have a child in the home. They know they can call us at any point in time, myself and then my coworker, Chrissy Hill. They can call us anytime. If they have anything going on, email. We're always out there willing to help them out. We send them through various different trainings. Chrissy and myself go through various different trainings so that we can provide them with all the skills that we think they'll need. A lot of trauma focused, because all these kids that are coming in are very traumatized, and they need to know how to manage that, because they're not the normal children. They didn't experience things normally.
And, you know, you talk about going along the journey with them. You talk about the training and support. Certainly, there's also an emotional connection. You become part of that foster family, I would imagine.
I think you do. You're going in their homes, and they're letting you come in their homes, and you get to know their families. If they have children, you get to develop a special connection with their children. I very much believe that when you're fostering, it's not just you as the parents. If you have children, they're involved in this process. And so I ask them, I'm like, is everything okay? I spend time talking to each child, because it affects the biological children as much as it does the foster children.
Now, as you're building that bond and that connection between the foster family and the child that they're welcoming into their hearts and into their homes, what is it that you would say to them that keeps them going? You know, when they hit those bumps in the road, how do you provide that support?
I try to tell them, you know, don't take it too personally. A lot of times it's not about you. The behaviors that you're seeing or how that child is responding to you really isn't you. It's their trauma manifesting. And letting them know, hey, sometimes your job is just to plant the seed. You might not ever get to see it grow, but our job is to plant that seed. Plant that seed.
Now, for those folks who are watching us today, who are maybe on the fence, they perhaps felt that tug in their own heart to pursue being a foster parent, what would you say to them to encourage them to do so? What can you say to them to let them know, here's what I can teach you, but more importantly, here's what we can give to these children?
So I think if you have that desire and it's there, call in, ask questions, get information from us. The training class that they initially go through is a 10-week class, and we don't call it a training. It's a decision-making process. And so you go through this training, and you can get to the end of it and say, you know, I thought I could foster, but I don't think I have the ability right now where I'm at. There's different ways that you can help foster children. It's not just being a foster parent. There's multiple ways that you can help our children in care.
That is phenomenal. Well, Markia, we're going to meet three of your foster parents. I want to thank you for taking your time today and then what you have done for the children of Onslow County. And we are going to look forward to talking with you at future occasions.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today. And as we said earlier, we're going to be speaking with three different foster parents about their very different experiences and what brought them to foster parenting. And now joining us is Mary Herndon. Mary, welcome to Onslow County Today.
Thank you.
Mary, off camera, I met somebody really, really cute. Who did I get to meet?
Our foster baby.
She is beautiful, and she's how old?
3 months.
3 months. Now, Mary, you were sharing with me, and if you don't mind, we're going to talk a little bit about that experience. We don't certainly want to pry into your family's privacy, but what we do want to know is what brought you to foster parenting and what that experience has meant to you. So could you share that with us?
So it started with, we actually pursued adoption through infertility issues and got pregnant with our daughter spontaneously. And so we decided when she was old enough that we were going to expand our family through foster care And so here we are 2 years later.
So your little girl is how old? You're 3. And so as she kind of got up in age, you were ready to open your heart and open your home to a foster child. And talk a little bit about the experience, the support that you've gotten from Onslow County DSS, and how that's an ongoing process.
So we actually came from a private agency to Onslow DSS, and since coming to Onslow, we just felt like nothing but family there. So it's really nice being able to get in touch with the social workers, the licensee workers, whenever we need help or have questions answered. They're always there for us.
Now, some people might say, I just don't know. I just don't know if I could foster. What would you tell them?
To me, I think they should just follow their hearts. It's a truly rewarding experience, and I fully believe in if it's not emotionally hard for you, if you don't get attached to these children, then you're not doing it right anyways. So those attachments are needed not only for, the children, but for you as well, so that they get to experience love. They get to see what a family's like. And so, I don't know, I just truly love being a foster parent.
Well, I think that is beautiful. I mean, you just do it and you come to it through love. Now, off camera, also, as we were talking with you and your husband, who's not on camera but offering lots of moral support, and Marquia, we were talking about the fact that you all are one of their few military families. So that has posed a little bit of a different kind of plan for you all. Talk about that, please.
So, my husband's in and out a lot, which our biological child is used to. And I think it's good to show the foster children that, while Dad may leave for a while, he's always going to come back. And even though he's away, because we did have placements while he's been gone before, that, there's FaceTime, there's Skype, and you can be loved from afar just as much as you can at home.
Well, Mary, I can't imagine us ending on a more beautiful note. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing your experience. And good luck and all the best to you and your always expanding and changing family.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Onslow County today, and we are continuing our conversation about foster parenting. And joining us now is LaSanja McCullough. LaSanja, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Lisa.
Now, your story, as we have said, is each story of foster parenting is certainly different, but you bring a different perspective in that you are a social worker with DSS. Processing assistant. You're with the DSS office.
Yes.
And you have been with DSS how many years?
18.
18 years.
Yes.
And so what brought you to the decision to become a foster parent?
Well, Lisa, I didn't know about foster care until I started working in permanency planning, and then I saw the need for foster parents. And so with being an employee, I went to a private agency and I became a foster parent 14 years ago.
Okay.
Because I saw what children would come in to care for, and they just needed someone to take care of them, have a place of stability, someone to take care of them. I always say children like to put away their invisible suitcase, which is they have things that they think they're going to get put out if they do this or that. So some stability, someone to love them, someone to advocate for them, to encourage them, and let kids be kids and not parents. So
let them experience that time.
Yes.
And as you say, they come to us to come to foster families, and they have all kinds of things that they don't want to share in hopes that that's their little protection.
Yes. Yeah, you just never know what a child has been through mentally and physical. So you just want to be there for them, and when they're ready to talk to you, let them share that with you, and you just contact your social worker and get feedback in the way that to handle that or address that situation. about, because child just disclosed, something that you had no idea that happened to them in the past until they felt comfortable with you and trust you. So that's a big thing.
So always building that trust.
Always, always, all the time.
Now, again, your foster parenting experience evolved as well. Tell us a little bit about your foster child.
Yeah, I've had a foster child. I got him when he was 11 years old. Probably been for like 2 weeks till they found another home. It turned into a 12-year placement. Yes.
So, again, it was not a foster to adopt experience, but it was a foster experience. He was 11 years old. Going to be a 2-week placement.
Yes.
And how long?
12 years.
12 years.
Yes.
So now he's a young adult.
Yes, yes.
During that time, I'm sure there were hills and valleys.
Yes, it was touch and go there, Lisa, with him trying to find out a sense of belonging, because he had no contact with his bio family. So he felt that nobody wanted him, and to be a part of a family like mine. He had aunts and grannies, and it was just wonderful for him to have that experience of sense of belonging to a family.
And you also, he came to be with you when not only had he come from a place of uncertainty and trauma, certainly, but also as an adolescent, that brings its own challenges.
It did. And we worked through them. I'm not going to say we didn't have difficult times, but we worked through them. And he went off to college, and he set goals for himself, and we just was there to encourage him to just keep going, and just reach for your dream, and just not tell him you can't do that. Just tell him try, and then with obstacles, that just keep going, and eventually you would accomplish, your goals.
So you mentioned that he was with you for 12 years.
Yes.
We sometimes think that foster parenting ends at 18, but that is not actually a correct understanding of that. Talk a little bit about the extension of foster parenting, and then the fact that this is now a 23-year-old young man.
Yeah. Well, now foster care can go to the age of 21 if you age out of foster care at 18. And he aged out at 21. And now he's 23 years old. He just moved out a couple months ago, so he's excited about having his own apartment. And so it's just been wonderful. I still call him and check on him like moms do, make sure he's eating and doing everything like he's supposed to be. So yeah, it's been a wonderful experience. But sometimes you have to call mom and ask her a question or two about what should I do.
My daughter's also 23. I don't think that's ever going to end.
No, never.
Now, we did mention earlier in one of our earlier segments the notion that this is about planting a seed, and that we don't always get to see that seed flourish.
Yes.
But you've gotten to see that.
I did. Like I said, he came to me at 11 years old, gave him a foundation of support, Christian, and now he's out on his own, and he has that foundation, and he's just building from that foundation now, just going up.
Well, thank you for what you've done. Thank you for taking this young man into your heart.
Yes.
And into your home, and now you've launched him.
Yes. I give him his wings.
You've given him his wings. LaSandra McCullough, thank you. Thank you for what you do for Onslow County and for what you've meant to the life of your son.
Thank you, Lisa.
Welcome back to Onslow County Today, and joining us now is Andrew Hambrick. And Andrew, thank you for your time today.
You're welcome.
As we've been saying, this is a conversation about foster parenting, and that everyone has a very different experience. And so you have also a very different experience, in that your foster placement is actually a family placement. Talk a little bit about the process, what brought you to this. We'd love to know a little bit about your kiddos and your family, and what it has meant to your family to build and add to.
Over time, it's a struggle. I mean, you have to go through a lot of steps and a lot of hurdles, but it's worth it at the very end. Me and my husband, actually, we started this plan for a while, and we talked about it when we were younger, of course, but as we got older, we settled down a lot more, and we wanted to adopt and everything else with the kids. Pros say that my great nieces and nephews had some issues in their lives, and we opened up our home for them.
And how long have they been with you?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. Now, are they middle schoolers, high schoolers, littles? About what age?
Elementary.
Elementary age.
Yes,
So.
I have a 9, 8, and a 6.
And a full house.
Oh, yes.
A 9, 8, and a 6. Now, the decision to become a foster parent, again, as you said, you and your husband talked about this as an opportunity for you all.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you've opened up your home
Yes.
to 3 little people. What kind of support has then DSS given you? Because that's a significant change.
Tremendous support. I mean, they have had our back since the start.
And then ongoing support as well.
Yes, ma'am. They have been there for everything.
And talk to us about the last year and a half, how your kiddos have blossomed, if you will.
They have opened up a lot. When they came into my home, they were quiet and everything else and shied off. Now they're doing excellent in school. They are blossomed like there's no tomorrow.
So this was the perfect match.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, as we've been talking with our other foster families, we've also been talking about those folks who might be watching, who you might just meet through work or through other, occasions where they might be interested in foster parenting, but might be on the fence, might be shying away from it.
I will encourage them to do things like that because there's a lot of kids that need homes that just need love, just need stable.
That has been the thread that has gone through all of our conversations.
Yes.
It's not about having the biggest house.
No.
Or the fanciest car. It's about the love that you can provide.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you share with us how your kids have then enriched your lives?
Keep me active, actually. Between work and everything else, they've been good. They've been on the go constantly because we went from 0 to 3 right off the bat. My husband wanted the DSS Marquia to replace just 1 at the time when we were going through the classes, and all of a sudden, bam, we have 3. Yes, he went into a panic mode, but he settled down.
Well, 1 to 3, it's not really that different.
No, it isn't.
It's just a little louder.
Yes.
And
ma'am.
a little busier.
Oh, yes.
But triple the love.
Yes.
Now, Andrew, again, they're still little.
Yes.
And as they're growing and changing, that's also been our other thread as we planted seeds and we're blossoming flowers.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about, again, you said that they've flourished, they're doing well in school. Is it a conversation that you have with them that they are foster children, or is this that they are just your children?
They're just my children. That's it. That's all there is. We don't treat them no different. With their friends, with their family, and everything else, they're just like kids.
So you're one of your daughters.
One of my daughters
Okay.
actually excelled in art.
Okay.
So she has done really well.
So one of your daughters is an artist. Share some other gifts that these young people bring to you.
One of them, videos. Oh my God,
God.
videos. And the other one, she's actually getting into reading a lot, the youngest one.
Well, we had the library director on the show earlier, and they have a challenge of 15,000 hours of reading. So, a great way to spend their summer.
Oh, yes.
Creating art and videos and reading. It sounds like you all are off to a perfect start.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Andrew, thank you. Thank you for opening your home and for you all opening your hearts to not 1, not 2, but 3 at once.
Yes, ma'am.
And thank you for building that beautiful family.
Thank you.
Thank you as always for joining us for Onslow County Today, and a special thank you to all of our guests, to Don Stallings from Onslow County Cooperative Extension, Virginia March from the Onslow County Public Library, and Anna Stanley from Park and Rec. And finally, a big thank you to our foster families who came here today to share with us their foster family experience. If you are interested in becoming an Onslow County foster family, please contact Onslow County Department of Social Services to find more about how you can open your heart and open your home to a foster child today. Thank you as always for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next time on Onslow County Today.